Hey everybody. Hey everybody, I'm John Taglieri. You all know me. This is the Wednesday Shorts Nutrition segment. I'm getting the show up on my phone right now so I can see all your questions. I uh, I have an awesome guest with me today that I'm going to bring on, and she is a good friend. We have a lot of history together, and this is Miss Erica Harrison. Erica, how you doing today?
Hi, great. How are you, John? Thanks for
Fan.
having me.
Oh, thanks for doing this. So we're gonna kind of take today in a little bit different of a road. So you guys know that this is the Wednesday Shorts Nutrition Series, and every week we talk about nutrition, and every week I've had a nutritionist on, and nutritionists from keto to general lifestyle nutritionists to fasting nutritionists to all different kinds in the last 3 months. What I'm starting to do now, because there's only so many ways we could talk about protein, what I want to start doing too is talking about complete body health, which is a big part of protein, a big part of protein, a big part of nutrition. You know, we talk about going to the gym, we talk about eating right, we talk about your diet, how to do recovery with supplements, but we haven't really talked about muscle health. And muscle health and recovery of muscle health is vitally important to your entire workout routine. And your nutrition plays a big part of it, but your muscle health and the muscle maintenance that you can do plays a huge part of the whole picture. Remember, every week I tell you this is a puzzle, and you kind of need all these pieces for this puzzle to work, to stay in shape, to lose weight, to be healthy. A piece of the puzzle we haven't talked about yet is why Eric is on the show today. Erica is a licensed therapeutic massage therapist. So, Erica, tell everybody kind of what you do and your history.
Okay, so I am a massage therapist, like you said. I specialize in therapeutic work and sports massage. So I have clients ranging from professional athletes all the way down to someone who just runs a few times a week. I believe that muscle recovery is just as important as your training. And I'm also a spin instructor, so I'm a lot of the times just surrounded by the fitness world and inside the gym. So I see the benefits of it day in and day out.
So, I've always thought most people neglect this part of their puzzle. You know,
Sure.
I
Yeah.
think a lot of people go out and buy a jug of protein. A lot of people go out and buy vitamins. A lot of people hit the gym, but not a lot of people. And I posted a video about it last week with rollers, and I use a couple of lacrosse balls, and
Yeah.
I have a stick roller, and I have three tens units. One is a pinpoint, and a couple of them have pads. And I think that's a big part of fitness and nutrition that gets neglected.
100%. Yeah. And I agree with you. I think people look past that until they get to a certain point in their fitness journey where they're realizing they can't train as hard. They don't have the stamina. They're getting injuries left and right. And then that's when they'll start to finally go see a sports therapist or anybody, a personal therapist, anything, just to try to help them out. And then they realize, wow, this works. And then it becomes a part of their fitness routine.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's too late for a lot of people at that point. They've already strained something, torn something, done some kind of
Right?
damage.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I had chronic calf problems, and a lot of it was I
Right.
wasn't getting maintenance. So finally, down when we were living in QS together, I got a calf scrub, and it changed my entire game of running because all of a sudden
Yeah.
my calf was pliable and would move and wouldn't tear.
Right.
So in relation to nutrition, so somebody's eating well. Everybody says take magnesium, take potassium because that absolutely keeps you from getting some cramps. What can somebody do who's not doing the proper maintenance to some people are like, well, I don't like massages that they hurt too much. What would you tell somebody who's beginning a workout program and really needs to put that into it?
I think stretching is number one. I tell my clients that every single day that stretching prevents so many injuries. Um, also a lot of people they do feel funny about massage therapy until they really get into it. But there's so many self-care products that you can do at home Um, there's, you can do silicone cups, you can do the foam rollers, like you said, the sticks, anything. But also another good thing is like Tiger Balm, which I love.
Yep.
Icy Hot, BioFreeze, all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I would say the number one cause of injury is lack of stretching. And that's what massage therapy is really doing. We're getting in the muscle and we're just helping with the flexibility of the muscle and the range of motion. So we're kind of stretching for you, you know?
And it's something I see every day. So I go to the Y, every single day I'm in the gym. And I see these
Mm-hmm.
people who walk in, take off their coat, and get right on a machine. And I'm like, oh, that internally is driving me
Yeah.
insane. Because for me,
Right.
so the Y is too cold for me. They have air conditioning. It drives me crazy. I've talked about this before. So for
I've
me,
seen you talk about that before, yeah.
I go into the sauna and I spend about 15 minutes in the sauna getting my temperature up, getting my muscles warm, and doing a full stretch and light cardio session. And when I say light
Awesome.
cardio, I'm doing some jumping jacks, some push-ups, a couple of squats, I do
Right.
step ups. But essentially, it's the first 5 minutes is getting my body temp up. The second is starting to stretch. The third is
Yeah.
warming up, and then I go out to the floor. And it drives me nuts to see these people who
Exactly.
walk in the gym and go. And I'm like, oh, you're going to tear something eventually.
Yeah, and they do. They eventually do, you know. Another thing is like jump rope for a few minutes, or
Yep.
just like do a light jog, do a half a mile on the treadmill or something. You need that heat in your body because your muscles are like rubber bands, you know. So a cold rubber band that's stretched all the way, that thing's just gonna snap. You know, you need to warm it up, kind of finesse it a little bit.
Yeah.
And also stretching afterwards is hugely important.
So let's talk about that. So for the recovery side, massage for recovery, how even if you do a self massage or you get like a Dr. Scholl's like ball massage or electric thing, how
Yeah.
important after a workout is it to move that lactic acid around? Because it's oh, I'm so sore. Well, it's because you didn't do something.
Right,
So go ahead.
exactly. So massage helps the recovery process just happen quicker. It's actually very scientific. Like when you go through a vigorous exercise, your muscles get little micro tears in them. That's how we get stronger and build them bigger.
Right.
What happens is your body starts producing all of these white blood cells to go and attack it, and that causes inflammation. And that causes the whole soreness aspect where you can't walk for 3 days afterwards.
Yep.
Massage therapy actually decreases the production of the cytokines that your body produces, and it increases the mitochondria, which is like a protein in your cell that
Yep.
helps to do tissue repair. So it really is scientifically proven that with massage, they say like 2 hours after a vigorous exercise, but even just the next day will drastically improve your recovery time. Like you'll be able to, work out the very next day instead of having to take 2 or 3 days off of the gym.
Now you mentioned earlier things like different balms, like Tiger Balm or Icy Hot. Would you recommend those before or after or both?
I would recommend, well, I say both because I'm in love with Tiger Balm. Like I go through jars of it.
I have some right on the table over there.
Yeah. If you're sore, it just really penetrates the muscle better than any other ointment that I found out there. But Tiger Balm really helps, I think, with the recovery process. Like I use it a lot of the times in post-sports massage on my clients. So if they have tight hamstrings or tight quads or something like that, I'll go in there and get some Tiger Balm deep in there, and that really helps everything along.
I started so with my many accumulated injuries. I found this bomb on Facebook actually. This woman, her page on Facebook is Happy Camper, and this woman has MS. And she created this balm to help with her MS tremors, and it stopped them. And it's
Oh,
essential oils, hemp oil, and beeswax. And she
okay.
played with the formula until she got it to the point where it stopped her tremors. So I got it because I broke my foot last year. My knee has always been a train wreck. My shoulder's been in problems since I tore my bicep.
And your
And-
calves.
What was that?
And your calves.
Oh, let's not. Yeah, and my calves. So it's been about 6 weeks I've been using it, and not one problem. Not.
Really?
If my knee hurt from some arthritis and weather, I threw the balm on, gone. My shoulder was bothering me after workout, threw the balm on, gone. I've sensomoid. I've been for some reason my sensomoids in my left foot since the break My sensomoid's been getting inflamed, which has been pissing off my arch. Put some of it
Right.
on there for like 3-4 days straight, gone. And it was chronic for
Okay,
like
what's
6
it
weeks.
called? I'm gonna have to look into this.
I will
What's
send
it
you a
called?
link after the show. Yeah, it's
Okay,
brilliant
good.
stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I like that.
But it's Happy Camper on Facebook. I'll send you a link though. And she's
Okay.
wonderful. She ships nationwide. But so I'm a big believer in the bombs. I use them as well. I've always used Icy Hot. Like I said, I got Tiger Bomb sitting on a table 6 feet from me.
Yeah.
It's something I don't think. Somebody just asked, do you think Tiger Bomb helps with old injuries? That's a good question.
With old what?
Old injuries.
Old injuries, yeah. I am a firm believer that any injury, no matter how long it's been there for, ointments and massage therapy can definitely improve it. I'm not saying it can heal it,
Right.
but it can definitely improve the situation.
Now, if it's an old, that was from Sandy. And Sandy, if it's an old bone injury, that's something a little different. If it's a muscle injury,
Sure,
it can
yeah.
definitely help relax the muscle fibers. But if it's an old injury, either see a PT or see a massage therapist who specializes in sports massage or therapeutic
Right.
massage who can go in and break up the scar tissue. That was the problem I had with my calves. I was accumulating scar tissue.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
talk about that for a
Scar
second. People
tissue
get
and
hurt.
old adhesions and old injuries, so.
So let's talk about that for a second. People will, man, my legs bother me today. I get a little this, a little that, and they never maintenance them and they develop scar tissue. So what
Yeah.
kind of problems can arise from that?
Oh my God, range of motion is the biggest one. I mean, you can completely lose range of motion in your major joints, like your shoulder or your hips even, because the scar tissue, it just builds up and it's going every different direction, and then your joint suffers.
Right. Now she just said it's a hamstring issue. So I would absolutely recommend going to get a deep tissue massage
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
hamstring to try to break up some scar tissue. Of
Or
course, see a doctor first. But
yes, yeah, sure. Especially if it is a bone thing, like you said, because we only work with soft tissue. So,
Right.
but even trying at home with the self-care tools, like I'm a huge, I love that because a lot of people can't afford massage on a weekly basis,
Right.
to maintenance their body.
Yeah.
But throw some Tiger Balm on and get a firm foam roller and just start slow and light, and eventually you'll start to break down that scar tissue. 100%.
And I agree. A lot of people don't have $80 a clip to go or $90 a clip to go to a massage therapist. A foam roller on Amazon is $10, 12, 15
Exactly.
bucks.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, and you could take it anywhere. I use foam rollers every day on the way into the gym, on the way out of the gym. If my back just feels weird, I run downstairs and foam roll real quick, and all of a sudden I feel great again.
Exactly.
Now I'm gonna go to today. I have an appointment to see my chiropractor. That's one thing I don't miss is my chiropractic. I do try to work my massage therapy in like once a month as well.
Okay.
How do you work along with any chiropractors? Do you recommend that kind of maintenance as well?
I do recommend, I strongly believe in chiropractic care as well, especially, this is my whole thing. I say, if I can't, quote unquote, fix you with 4 treatments, then there's something else going on, and it's usually a bone issue. It's usually a misalignment or something like that.
Right.
So I'm constantly referring to the chiropractor, and I see the chiropractor myself just once a month for maintenance.
Yep.
But if I'm having an issue, like with my hip or something, I'll go, 2 or 3 times a week to the chiropractor because it's usually an alignment thing.
Right.
So until it's fixed. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the chiropractor.
And it's very important because so say your hip is out of alignment, it's going to affect your knee and your ankle, and somebody goes, "Oh, my ankle hurts." Well, it actually might be your hip, and
Yep,
people don't
your
really
whole
put that
body
together.
is all connected. So yeah, absolutely. And that's another thing. If you let that stuff go, then you're going to cause major damage, down the line, because
Yeah.
you're going to be compensating somewhere for that pain or for that lack of range of motion.
Right. Now, nutrition and muscle maintenance are integrally connected because obviously if you're not eating correctly and you're not getting the right amount of vitamins and you're not getting the right mineral amounts and you're not maintaining your body with your food, your muscles are going to suffer. And then
Yeah.
all of the muscle maintenance you do will be for nothing as well. So
Right.
everybody needs to really, like I've said earlier, it's the puzzle. You've got to do the nutrition correctly. You've got to do the bone maintenance. That's for me. That's my chiropractor. He keeps me aligned.
Yes.
Then you've got to do
Mm-hmm.
your muscle maintenance, and then you've got to work out. It's if you do all of the
Right.
pieces, it's going to be conducive to being very healthy.
100%. And that's what I always say. It's all about balance, and it's about being fit from the inside out. It's not about like, oh, if you look skinny or if your muscle looks big. That one of the most muscly guys, probably some of them can't walk up a flight of stairs without feeling like they're going to die.
Yeah.
So it's really all about balance, and you just have to take care of every aspect of it.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if we have any questions. We're coming down to the end here. Anything else you want to add as good advice for somebody? So somebody's getting off the couch and they're heading to the gym. They're just getting back into a workout routine. What advice would you give them?
Like I said earlier, I think stretching is your number one, and take care of your muscles. Find a massage therapist you like, or find some tools that you really like to do self-care at home, and you'll see a major difference. I promise you.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to put Erica's link below. I'm also going to put links to the foam roller, the stick roller, the balls, and the TENS units that I use in the comments of this video so that you guys can get I don't know what to look for. I'm going to put links down below. Erica, if you have any suggestions link-wise that they can pick up on Amazon or, wherever else, throw them in here as well later.
Okay.
Wow, I almost just yanked my ears out. I want to thank you for taking the time. I know you have to get going because you have clients coming in, people who are taking care of their body, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So good to talk to you. For those who don't know, Eric and I go back a long time.
Thanks so much for having me on. That was fun.
Yeah, and I respect her a lot and what she does, and we're longtime friends. We used to work out together, so I know how good she is at what she does. So thank you for taking the time, and thank you for the awesome advice. And if anybody has any questions, leave them in here, and either myself or Erica will get back to them. So,
All right. Thank you so much, John.
guys, have a great day. See you soon.
Bye. Are we still on?